and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Jim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here are the five for the Raptors. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. Ingram is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Barrett at the small forward. And for Chicago, at the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Buzelis out there with Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. You know, these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player-involved movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Nice move, and quickly with the lay-in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
White, wide open, he fires. And the 3 off target. Here's Barnes. Buzelis grabs the board. Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. White dishes to Vucevic. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Dosunmu's shot is off.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Count it.
And loving when Ingram uses that length down low, not settling for the jumper.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Giddey against Quickly, and the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly. That's his first foul. Team foul. Down low. Giddey surveying the D. Lock at 6. The Bulls need to get a shot on. And it's Vucevic missing.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
And here's Ingram from the arc. It's rebounded by Giddey. The Bulls have gone 0-4, missing their first 4 field goals. And Jim, of the teams that were not in the playoffs or even in the play-in last season, you can make a case the Raptors among many teams that have a lot of potential to get there this year.
Yeah, I agree, and you could also put the Spurs in that conversation too. But if you're just looking at the East, the Raptors could easily climb back into relevance as their young talent develops.
And here's White after Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep to end the run. Denied for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And this is what you want more of. Ingram has to keep being aggressive like this.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Chicago's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Stolen by Quickly. Here's Barnes. And the layup's good off the glass.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They're firing on all cylinders, executing the game plan coming in.
Bulls trail by 11. Outside, White. Pass to Vucevic. A 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And Vooch knows he can hit it off the pass. I love his confidence and quick trigger.
Quickly kicks to Ingram. And here's Barnes for 3. It's all in by the Bulls. Here's Giddey. It's White on the wing. From outside, off the mark. Barnes with it. Defended by Giddey. Barnes can't get it to go, and they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. They're great skill development programs showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Bulls trail by 7. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. We chatted about Scotty Barnes. In terms of the game plan, Coach told me they plan to give Scotty extra attention, saying, quote, "We'll try to make things hard on him. It's key we don't allow him to get into an early groove." We'll see if they can execute. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. And again, no good by Toronto. And so White will bring it up for Chicago. To the inside. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist from Giddey. Vucevic has got 5.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
In a tight game like this, you really have to take it one possession at a time. Focus on limiting mistakes.
For 3, Barrett. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic is screen on quickly. On the wing, Dosunmu. Quickly covering. Dosunmu, the pass to Vucevic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Vucevic has got his 3rd basket of the night.
A load inside. Vuce knows how to use that size to get where he wants.
Quickly kicks to Ingram. Back to Quickly. Can they get it? And that one's good. Ingram. 10 points for him.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Vucevic. 7 points in the game. Quickly the bounce pass. A 3 from Barnes. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside, White. From downtown, they get the rebound. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And the instincts on the glass. Love how Vucevic tracks these misses down and then able to convert.
Barrett, no good. Chicago trailing here. Dosunmu with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Ingram outside. This one for 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
A solid shooter from outside the arc. Ingram is fantastic at realizing when he should take those shots.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So for the Bulls, Williams comes in for Buzelis. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Dosunmu. Bulls trail by 3. On the wing, Williams. From the arc. Traps in the tray.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
1:35 left in the first. To the wing right side. For 3, Ingram. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Now here's Vucevic. He's got 11. Giddey the pass to Vucevic. Vucevic. And here's Huerter. And it's off from three-point range. For three, Ingram. It's all in by the Bulls. A baseline jam. Vucevic lays it up off the glass. And that's 13 points for Vucevic.
And the key for Vucevic is remaining aggressive. And when he does that, this guy can dominate.
Outside, Barrett takes a three. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Collins checked in for Vucevic. Okoro comes in for White. And Jones subbed in for Josh Giddey.
And you love the work Ingram has put into his shot. You can put him in the corner now and force the defense to extend.
Now Herter shoots over Dick. Top of the key jumper, no good. And so it's the Toronto Raptors bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll return shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Raptors.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter, we've got Walter, and it's Shed in at the 1 spot. Collins finds Herter. It's rebounded by Dick.
Wow, you got to commend the defensive effort right there. It really made a difference.
Pass to Shed. 3-pointer. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Bulls trail by 10. And here's Herter. Got a piece of it. Now Dick launches it. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And he gets the bucket.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
Here's Shed. Scoreless thus far. And it's Dick at the elbow. And the dunk by Dick.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
And so here is Chicago after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Jones.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And the Bulls with some changes. Bruce Ellis is checked in for Williams. Dosunmu comes in for Isaac Okoro. And Josh Giddey subbed in for Jones. Raptors leading by 8. Pass to Dick. Three-pointer. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top 4 generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow. If we're talking traditional point guards, I got to go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Guys, back to you.
All for one. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. And that one's good, Barnes.
Well, the defense could not keep up with Barnes on that drive. He just took it right to him.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Quickly against Giddey. Pass to Dosunmu. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist. Dosunmu's got his first 3 points of the game. And the Raptors with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. Now here's Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And this kid has hops. Barnes gets airborne there and slams it down.
Giddey the pass to Dosunmu. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Bulls shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
At the line for the Bulls, Josh Giddey. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Vucevic, he's checked in for the Bulls. Jones comes in for Kevin Huerter. And the second free throw, good. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. It's Dick on the wing. Now here's Barnes. He's guarded closely. Fires from deep. And the 3-ball is good. 14 points for Grady Dick.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite 3-point shot. Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Down on the course, your hot squad. Get loud and let them hear you. It's time for Easter.
Chicago making a switch here. White's checked in. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Toronto. There it comes in for Grady Dick. And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the Raptors. It's a 14-point game. And here's Barnes for 3. And it's White with the rebound. Chicago has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. An efficient score. Kobe White effective with or Greg without the ball in his hands.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
And here's Barnes for 3, and the Raptors miss again. The Bulls have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
And again, Toronto no luck.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
High post Vucevic. Over Pirtle. And it's Vucevic missing. Raptors leading by 12. Onside Barrett. A three from Barnes. For just the fourth time today, it is good. That one makes him 4 for 10.
Well, taking full advantage of a defensive weakness there, and it certainly helps if you get shots that your guys can knock down.
Giddey against Quickly. Now here's Giddey. He's covered closely in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. And it's Barrett penetrating. Lays it up and banks it in. Barrett's got 5.
And credit Barrett for his ability to be in control. Nice job keeping his composure there in a tight spot.
Bulls have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Right block shot. It's all in by the Bulls. There's 1:59 left in the first half. Giddey the pass to Dosunmu. Now Vucevic. And he makes good on the layup. And that's 15 points for Vucevic.
Always a battle when you're up against Vucevic. His soft touch helps him convert inside.
Toronto leading by 13. Ingram outside. Barrett for 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Now here's White. Over Barnes, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
The IQ of White, reading those pick and rolls and just taking what the D gives him.
Quickly kicks to Barrett. Pass to Ingram. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Quickly. Barrett for 3, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
His willingness to share the ball elevates this offense.
Now here's Dosunmu. He has 5. No good off the front iron. Raptors leading by 17. Barrett finds Barnes. For 3. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, they have just found the better looks, and they are capitalizing.
Quickly against Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Giddey. Fires the 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Toronto Raptors controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we'll be back with you shortly. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with White at the 2. Dosunmu is out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Count it. Giddey's got 10.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Raptors leading by 20. Hurdle with a screen on Giddey. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Bulls shooting reasonably well, 45%. White the pass to Giddey. Now Vucevic. The 3. Dosunmu's shot is off. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. For 3, Barrett. Vucevic with the rebound. It's White on the wing. He's covered by Ingram, and it's good for 2. He has 5.
And love the commitment from White. Took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. For 3, Barrett. It's all in by the Bulls. Giddey's got 7 rebounds in the game. And it's White missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he could just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Pass to Buzelis. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Now, beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Raptors leading by 23. And here is Quickly. Pass to Pirtle. Ingram outside. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Pirtle. The rebound by Dosunmu. Bulls have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot. R.J. Barrett, the son of a pro hoops player, he said, quote, "As a youngster, my dad programmed me to be aggressive. He always told me, go to the rim, live in the paint. When you do that, you not only score, but you force the whole defense to collapse, and you can make easy plays to hit shooters. Guys?
Playing with purpose. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. You know, Tim, we see a lot of talented wings in this NBA. Where does R.J. Barrett separate himself?
Well, he's very difficult when he puts it on the deck, Kevin. He's got some moves, and he's got an array of finishes, both the layup package or he can pound it on your head.
Here's quickly, after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. To the middle. It's stolen by Vucevic. White looking around. Pass to Vucevic. Lets it go with a three. Down and drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Amongst the centers in this league, Vooch is perhaps the best jump shooter. So comfortable letting it fly.
Now, here's quickly. And here's Ingram from the arc. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Giddey, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Ingram against Vucevic. Barnes passes to quickly. And here's Ingram from the arc. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And this is Ingram's attitude. He's ready to fire away as soon as the ball hits his hand.
There's the pick. Here's Dosunmu. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Raptors leading by 22. Barrett inside the three-point line. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Nice looking shot there from Barrett. You can tell he's confident when he's shooting the ball.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere.
Jones checked in for Josh Giddey. And Toronto also making a switch. Grady Dix checked in for Ingram. Now, here's Dosunmu. Barrett covering. Pass to Barnes. Raptors moving the ball around. And Barnes gets double teamed. Pirtle kicks to quickly. Barnes outside. Shot clock at 5. And Jones pulls it down. The Bulls have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Pass to Buzelis. The Bulls with another miss. The Raptors have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Dick finds Barnes. Over Buzelis. Here's Pirtle, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Pirtle's got 6.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, it's nearly impossible to chip away at a lead if you're giving up offensive rebounds.
Now, here's Vucevic. 20 points for him. Right side, Barrett. And it's Pirtle at the elbow. Outside, White. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. White's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
And timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Turn your attention to the court for your Chicago.
And the Bulls with some changes. Zach Collins checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Dosunmu. Barrett. And they pick up 2. Barrett's got 10 points in just the second half.
Incredible night for Barrett. He scores in a multitude of ways, and he brings the effort on every possession.
Chicago is going to less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Collins up top, defended by Pirtle. Here's Herter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on R.J. Barrett. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
And I've also been very impressed with their ball movement. It has led to better shots. The offense overall has had a great rhythm.
And he's good on the second. Toronto with the ball. 1:19 left to play in the third. Barrett inside the three-point line. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Barrett's got 23 points. For Chicago, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Outside, White. Driving inside. Pass to Collins. That one good for 2.
What a beautiful look. Attacking the defense and then kicking it outside.
46 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Dick in the corner. Barrett with it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 26.
Well, the numbers show it. R.J. Barrett much more comfortable shooting from the corner.
Jones dishes to White. Left side, Jones. 5 on the clock. Pass to Williams. From deep, Herter. And it's Murray Boyles with the rebound. Here's Dick. Off target with his 3. From deep three-point territory. And that one released in time, but no good. What a performance from R.J. Barrett. He has been the story for the Toronto Raptors. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. Back to the action in just a minute. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Brandon Ingram's out there with Grady Dick. Then it's Walter. And it's Shed in at the point. For 3, Ingram. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Shot by Collins, no good. Raptor shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. Lets the 3 fly. Dick can't get it to go. The Bulls have gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. That one falls.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Dick. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Williams. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. And the foul on Jacoby Walter. That's his first foul. Vucevic, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Substitution on the court.
Jones looking for an opening. Picked by Vucevic. Inside. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point. Vucevic, a force around the rim.
Pass to Walter. Dick wide open. Buries it from three-point range.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
Now here's Herter. Pass to Vucevic. And he drops it in from the low post. Vucevic has got 24 points. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Dick. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And whenever Dick is getting a pass, if he has any chance to get off a clean jumper, you know it's going up.
Now here's Jones. It's rebounded by Dick. Dick's got 4 rebounds now tonight. An easy 2 points on the layup. 22 points for him.
Oh, good balance from Dick. Able to take the contact and still score inside.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got his 4th assist in this one. The Raptors have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Raptors moving the ball around. Here's Dick. Offline with his 3. And Chicago shooting it well here in the 4th quarter. 50%. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. And Chicago has possession. Raptors knocking down the tray. Vucevic setting the pick for Williams. Outside, Jones. 5 to shoot. Here's Vucevic. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here's Shed. It's blocked. Giddy with it. Pass to Jones. And here's Herter outside. Walter pulls it in.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Here's Shed for the 3, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one.
And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Jones. Jones has got 5 assists in the game. The Raptors have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. It's Dick on the wing. Here's Shed. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Well, you can't ignore someone like that on the perimeter. If he gets a good look, he is going to knock it down.
So it's Chicago now. Outside, Jones. Good, nice job down low. The Raptors have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them. Dick, that's good.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Well, the volume has been there, but so has the efficiency, which is why they're in control of this game.
Now here's Giddy. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Shed, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Jones, the pass to Williams. Dick against Herter. Vucevic setting the pick for Jones. Shot clock at 6. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Chicago, Trey Jones. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And the Bulls with some changes. Buzelis is checked in for Patrick Williams. And it's Whiten for Kevin Herter. The Raptors also with a sub. Abaji's checked in. And here's Toronto. They're on a 14-6 run.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Raptors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Grady Dick.
If this were a crime scene, he would be questioned because his fingerprints are all over it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2.
No good on the free throw. And Toronto making a change here. Battles checked in. Good on the second free throw.
Well, I'm sure he wanted to hit all of them, but he was still able to chip away a little bit more at this lead.
Out to the right wing. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Shed. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Now here's Giddey. Back to White. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
To the middle, here's Abaji, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
Buzelis sets a screen for Giddey. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Grady Dick.